Hello everyone, it's Magic here, and today I'm taking a deep dive into my 2023 best of the best photos, so like a year in review photos. And this is something that every wedding photographer should do, like the year in review post, because this is a super powerful marketing tool, especially now in the prime booking season, like period of the year, which is the beginning of the year. So if you want to book more weddings in 2024, you better post your best of 2023 blog post. I think this is the best option, but you can go for a reel, you can go for a bunch of reels showcasing your best of the photos of last year. Just keep pushing your best photos out to the world. And to help you out, next week I'm hosting a live session here on YouTube where I'm going to be going over your best photos of the year. So if you already have prepared yours, make sure to submit it. There's a link down in the description, and there's going to be prices. I'm going to be giving away flash courses, presets, also PicTime subscriptions, Imagen AI edits. So there's going to be a bunch of prices during the live stream, but make sure you need to submit your best of 2023 photos. It can be Instagram reel, it can be Instagram posts, it can be blog post, it can be like an online portfolio, something that is online available for your clients to find and see. And if you haven't done yours yet, you still have 1 week left. And now I'm going to show you my approach, how I approach my best of the year. Maybe this will help you out. Okay, if you want to do yours, first of all, you have to ask yourself one question, and one question only. What message do you want to send to the world with these photos? What do you want to show? Who do you want to attract? Okay, that's more than one question, obviously, but I think you're getting the idea. You have to be intentional with your website, with your social media, with your reels, with your Instagram posts. You have to be intentional with what you want to show to your clients. And let me tell you how I did it. So first of all, my best of the year lives on my new website. I made a blog post. And since I actually have not updated my website in years, I did like a best of 2023 and 2022 because I have so many photos from the last year that I have not shown. I don't want them to be forgotten, so I made like this big huge post with like a best of the last 2 years. So my clients, when they go up to my website, they see the fresh work of mine, they see my latest work. The set contains over 200 photos, and I don't need them to see everything, but I structured the post so it's like engaging to watch. Hopefully I'm gonna break this down for you now. So the question, what is my answer to the question? What do I want to show to the world with my photos? So first of all, I want my year in review to show many different destinations. I'm not tied to one location, type of weddings. Across 1 year, I'll shoot in multiple different places, multiple types of weddings. I shoot a lot of destination weddings, and I shoot a lot of adventurous weddings. And I want my photos to show that. So that's what you're going to find in multiple sections, actually, across the whole blog post, across the gallery. So like even right at the beginning, look at this triptych. This is a statement. No matter where in the world you are, I'm going to travel there for you. Is it all roofless church? Is it like a Gothic church? Or maybe this is like a modern city? Like wherever it is in the world, I'm going to travel there for you. Because I do want to build the trust for the clients that are searching for a photographer, that I can do it. No matter what it is, where it is, I can do it because I've done it already. Also, I want my photos to show fun. I consider myself a fun person to be around with. So that's also who I want to attract with my photos. I want to attract people that are just fun people and just want to have fun with their friends, with their family. They're going to have times of their lives on the dance floor. They're gonna be laughing, dancing, lying on the ground. They're just gonna have a blast on their wedding day. That is why I kind of purposely dropped some photos from the set that were more nostalgic and romantic. No, like don't get me wrong, there is some of these during the portrait and so on, but there were a few photos that I needed to exclude from this set because they were just too much nostalgic, let's say. And by seeing what my photos are, you're also gonna see what my photos are not. They're not moody. They're not dark. They're not super cinematic. They're also not super luxurious, nor super elegant or glamour. If couple wants something like this, and sometimes I get couple through referrals that are like completely different from the couples that I usually shoot, like it never works. So I prefer to refer them to my friends, like let's say Nina and Darek, who are very cinematic. They're gonna fit way better into scenario like this than I'm gonna fit. Because when I'm shooting a wedding, I want to feel like myself, I want to feel like myself around my clients, and I don't want to pretend to be someone else. I just want to connect with the right people from the beginning, so there is no misunderstandings later. That is why, like, my whole new website, you can, by the way, check it out. The link is in the description. That is why my website is just so funky and colorful. And there's like this drops of funny quotes and magical references on the website, so it turns down the wrong clients, but it does bring in the clients that are exactly for me. And in the set of my best of 2023, you're gonna see many photos that will just showcase that type of people that I want to work with. You're gonna see like a crazy group shots and these crazy party shots and even more crazy party shots. And even more crazy party shots. And by the way, if you want to learn how to take crazy party shots like this, I have an online course called Flash Magic when I break down the way I use Flash on the wedding day. You can check it out in the description. Okay, the next point, what I want to show with my year in review is storytelling aspect. So what you're going to see in these photos, I want to show my couples in the various moments from the wedding day. I'm not only concentrating on portraits, because portraits are like, 1% maybe of my work during the wedding day. So I want to show them all. I want to show them details. Like couples, for example, they spend tons of time picking details, the font for the menu or the flowers, like all these decorations are like, they spend actual time choosing it. So I want to showcase that in the photos. And then I want to showcase that I take photos like this in this blog post. Then there's obviously plenty of getting ready moments. There's like a ceremony moments, a bunch of exits, and obviously a bunch of fun moments, like in between moments from the wedding days. Also, the way I structured the blog post is for a reason. You can see I divided this into these sections, so you can see multiple similar moments across different weddings. There's a legs section, there's a group shots section, there's a portrait sections with even similar posing. The reason is I want my couples to be able to see themselves in the pictures. I want them to be able to picture themselves, in these moments, because I feel like many couples are afraid looking at someone else's wedding photos that, oh, we're not going to look like that because, like, I don't know, we're different or something like that. So if they get to see different people across the similar situations, it might help them to see themselves in pictures like this. And for portraits, there's a bunch of portraits obviously in this set, and I used to use them as this kind of bait, so people find the portrait and then go on my website and see all these moments and like see the way I capture the wedding day, because it's always easier to just read a portrait. So if you're scrolling on Instagram or looking through the reel, like portrait is going to be something that will stand out slightly more because it's super easy to read. You see couple happy, looking good, blah, 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 like something like this, versus a moment that needs a longer time to just take in, to read, to understand what's happening in the picture. And some of my favorite portraits from this set are, for example, this one. This one I shot during midday portraits with super harsh light. I'll be honest, I was struggling during this shoot because of that super harsh light. So I decided to go for that silhouette look. And then I used a prism on the bottom of the frame just to get that reflection happening down there, and I think it looks great. Then there's this one shot with a 24mm tilt shift lens. So like I really like how the tilt effect highlighted that green leaf on the left, making the image pop. Then there's this 51.2 shot. It's super simple, but there's just so many happy emotions in this picture. The couple, they look just so happy, and this image just feels so timeless. That's why I turned it into black and white. And there's this one from the ceremony. There was like this light coming through that colorful window in the church, and it was coming straight at their faces for the kiss, which at the time of shooting was kind of pain in the, like it was kind of hard. There's like this drop of harsh light coming right in the middle, but for the kiss, it actually looked great. So when they kissed, I was shooting constantly, and then I was switching from horizontal to vertical. And when I do that, I never, stop shooting. So that's why I got this kind of rotation in that image, which I really enjoy. So that's why I kept this image. Also, all of these photos are edited with my Magic Cadabra preset. Make sure to check them out in the description. Thank you very much. And now the last thing I want to talk about is the structure of this whole blog post. So as I said, I divided the blog post into these sections because there's plenty of photos in the set. In order to make it somewhat interesting and not super boring to watch, I'm jumping through, let's say, topics and the moments. So for example, you might notice that some sections are these color sections. So there's a blue section in the beginning, then there's green section, and then there's red section. But then there are also like black and white portraits. There's a dance party section. There's this legs section, places section, and the sunset section transitioning into the night for the finale of the blog post. So that's simply for the whole set to be like somewhat more smooth and not super boring, just, showing portrait after portrait after portrait. There needs to be like slower moments. There need to be faster moments in order to keep like person that's watching these photos like more engaged, let's say. So now this blog post will live on my website, and it's going to be highlighted so people can just go to my website and see that. But also I have tons of selected and grouped photos already that I can now post on various platforms across the next days and weeks, actually, because I have plenty of photos that I already selected, right? So what I'm planning to do is going to be a couple Instagram reels and TikToks showcasing maybe these sections, some of these photos kind of mixed up together, showing what I can offer to my clients. And for those of you who still have not prepared your review, I hope like this was helpful. And I do strongly recommend just trying out, like gathering the best of your photos from the last year or maybe from the last years, as I did, just to showcase them A, on your website, B, on your social media. And remember, if you manage to do it within 1 week from now, so the next Thursday, I'm going to be hosting a live session. If you manage to prepare your review, make sure to submit it down in the description. I'm going to be reviewing some of these submissions, and there's going to be prizes. So I hope it's enough of incentive to kind of motivate you to do it. For now, I'm going to go. Thanks so much for watching, and yeah, see you next week.